How do you even start a YouTube video anymore? So this video, I'm going to be going through quite a lot of things, so let's crack into it. And first up, like a few of these most recent videos, I'm going to be talking about optimization. What we've been doing this month is looking at the world composition and how we can improve things. So what we did is we used an Unreal Engine tool called a profiler, where we could see every single element of the game and seeing how much performance that's costing us. This threw up a lot of red flags of things that we could improve on, as you can imagine. As an example of one of these issues, we found that the landscape material that HYDRONEER uses, which is basically the undiggable terrain in the game, was taking up quite a lot of performance. And we optimized the landscape material using this thing called runtime virtual textures. I'm not really going to go into it because it's boring, but basically it works a lot better now. This is just one of the things that really helped us using the profiler tool to improve the game's performance. We also found issues with things like the post-processing, eye adaptation, which was on, but I already turned it off, but it was somehow on again, and some issues with cascaded shadow maps. These improvements we've made really are going to help out players, especially those on lower-end PC systems. If you take a look here, this is what the game was running like before, all these optimizations, and here it is now. Bear in mind that we are still working on the graphical overhaul of HYDRONEER, so it's not looking exactly how we want it right now, but it's definitely an improvement and a step towards the right direction. So those are some kind of optimizations that we're bringing just to the world in general, but the game also needs quite a lot of gameplay optimizations as well. One example of this is what we've done with the pipe networks now. Instead, what happened before was a pipe just kind of sent a signal to the next pipe, which sent a signal to the next pipe, and to the next pipe, and to the next pipe, to the next pipe, to the next pipe, and so on. And that is not really the most optimized system. It's quick to make, and I put it in the game very early on. But I didn't really think about optimizing it then, and I haven't really thought about optimizing it since. Instead, now we're using something called a hierarchical data structure. This is basically like a tree network. So think of it like this: the intake pipe is kind of like the roots of the tree, and then every pipe after that is like a branch. And then if you have a T-pipe, then it kind of branches off a bit more. Here's some cool graphics behind me about some of that, because I'm not great at explaining things. So you probably clicked on this video because the thumbnail's got a picture of some of the characters that come into HYDRONEER, and that's what we're going to be talking about now. So what we've done is we've hired Amber, and she is our new 3D artist. She's working on Radio Silent and HYDRONEER, but she's just been working on the HYDRONEER characters. We also have Sam on the team now, who is doing some of the textures for the characters. He's just taken a break from working on his game. There's a link in the description below about that. And he's been working really hard on all the character textures. You can see here we've got some different character models. Firstly, all of the player characters are customizable. That means you can change the beard color, the skin tone, and the t-shirt color as well. I just wanted to bring in a little bit of customization because if you've got 4 people in the game at once, you kind of want to be able to figure out who's who without just reading the name above their head. This is just a really basic little system that we've created. We didn't have a lot of time to work on these characters, but what we've got is really cool. One of my favorite things about these characters is that they use inverse kinematics animations. This is basically a technique where the animations are procedural, so wherever the player is looking, it will kind of move their head into that direction and rotate the torso. Also, the feet will kind of adapt to what the terrain is standing on. Lastly, let's talk about playing with friends. I don't know about you guys, but I really hate those games that make you buy a server or maybe do some port forwarding to set up your own dedicated server or something like that. It just really bugs me. So I want to have a really simple system in HYDRONEER for you to just hop in with your friends without having to deal with any of this bullshit. The way this works is we connect to Steam servers when we open up our computers, so their servers can talk to us at any point. We're essentially piggybacking off those servers, so HYDRONEER players can join each other's servers without communicating directly. This means that we can host a server with just one click of a button. It's been a very hard system to implement and it's taken quite a long time, but we feel like it's worth it to get that ease of access of just being able to play with your friends. One very last thing before we end the video, I still don't have a release date for HYDRONEER 2.0. It's still going to be coming sometime in summer and we're making really good progress. We're still on target, but it's still going to take quite a while and we still don't have an exact date of when it's going to be out. As soon as I know, I will let you know. I'll let you know on the Discord, on YouTube, and on my Twitter as well. All the links for those are in the description below. If you're enjoying HYDRONEER as well, please remember to leave a Steam review. It really does help us out. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. I will see you all next month. Cool. What am I gonna do with this outro? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna just leave it to you. You just decide. You do it, you deal with it.